Well, it was 12 months ago that we were here when Bishop Connolly made a run at the state championship. They were successful then, and today, St. Clement's of Medford, Jim.
It's going to be a tough battle. The #1 seed in the South, the Bishop Connolly Cougars, will play the #1 seed in the North, St. Clement. Something's got to give, Alex, when the two best teams in Eastern Mass are playing against each other.
We'll take a break. When we come back, the tip-off. Hi again, everybody. Alex Stylos, Jim Mullins. We're right back here, and although there's one more level to go, what a great opportunities for these young men from Bishop Connolly once again to put their stamp on the sports world here in our local scene, Jim.
Yep, the Division IV Eastern Massachusetts Championship game here from the Boston Garden. I'll tell you, Alex, there's no better setting for high school basketball. I'll tell you, this building is electric. Huge turnout of fans sitting right behind us. We passed the 4 bus loads of Connolly students on the way up, so we are ready for basketball. It's the #1 seed from the South Regional in Division IV against the #1 seed from the North Regional. St. Clement's of Medford and Bishop Connolly of Fall River. Something's got to give, Alex.
Both of these teams have big guys. Both of these teams had tremendous regular seasons in Division IV play. Games that were not exempt. Bishop Connolly clocks a record of 20-0. St. Clement clocks a record, Jimmy, of 22-1. These are the titans of their division, and St. Clement comes in here with a junior center at 6'8", Eamon Joyce. We spent an elevator ride with the entire team of St. Clement. Jimmy had them all laughing, of course, at us being old men. You know they were laughing at us.
That's right. What was the key question that I asked? I asked them, what do you know about Bishop Connolly? They said nothing. They're from Fall River. That's all they knew. So, you know, it's interesting in these matchups. The players don't know each other. If the coaches have seen one other team play once, that might be a lot. They generally don't know a lot of each other because they play in different sectional regions. So you really don't know that much. You go in, the first 4 minutes of the game, really a feeling out process, trying to determine, you know, what exactly that you want to do. But you really have to come here, Alex, and I think you've got to start quickly. You can't get caught up in the moment. And if there's a slight edge that Bishop Connolly has, they've been here before. They were here a year ago when they defeated Linfield in the North-South Championship game. So at least for Coach Matt Kurt and the Bishop Connolly Cougars, these are familiar surroundings.
Here comes the starters being introduced onto the floor right now for St. Clement. What we do know is they're a very small school, similar to Connolly, of only about 225 students, but they do play basketball very well. There's their big guy, Joyce, and he's all of 6'8". I don't know who said he was short, but he's a big kid.
He is a big kid for the Bishop Connolly Cougars. Now all the players getting introduced here at the Boston Garden. St. Clement got to this championship game after losing their season opener to East Boston 63-47, and since that time they have gone on a 22 consecutive game win streak. So they come in here having won 2 tough tournament games. Bishop Connolly, of course, having swept in relatively easy fashion in the South Sectional Championship game over Bristol Plymouth by a 74-52 score. Really the only time the Cougars were challenged in the South Sectionals, that semifinal round victory over Pope John Paul, a low-scoring affair, 45-37. The Cougars came out on top, but right now the Cougars starting lineup getting introduced on the floor, Alex, and I'm sure they can't wait to get this thing started.
Folks, it's everything that it's cracked up to be out here at the Garden. Both teams have been introduced onto the floor. We're right on schedule, and now we pause to honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. I'd say one out of the three officials looks familiar.
Alex, I tell folks whenever you go on the radio, you always want to paint the picture, and I think it's a pretty easy job for us tonight. You're all familiar with the Boston Garden. Well, Alex and I are sitting at the table behind the scorers table, literally at the center court. We've got a fantastic vantage point in the arena. The Connolly Cougars are sitting to our right, St. Clement's, the anchormen of the left, and just a little local collegiate note, they are the anchormen, and they have the same uniform and colors as Rhode Island College.
Don't do that. I knew you were going there.
You knew I was going there. So we're literally just seconds away. The Cougars starting lineup heading out onto the floor for the opening tap. And Alex Stylos, year number 2 at the Boston Garden.
For the Cougars, it's Conrad Bradbury, Brian Quinn, Jack Santoro, John Gonzalo, and Dylan Holland. The tap is controlled by the Cougars thanks to the hustle of Brian Quinn that comes away with the loose ball, and Dylan Holland will start things up. Man-to-man defense by the anchorman. Gonzalo looks to dribble, drive, has it stripped away, loose, and it's collected by number 5, Bruce. Oh, we got two. Oh, they're going to say the bucket is good. It looked like good defense set up by Jack Santoro, but the one referee we know with the quick whistle, and number 5, Connolly Bruce, 6'4" senior, will attempt to complete the three-point play.
Bruce knocked the ball away from Gonzalo. Gonzalo had cut into the middle. Looked like he had a good shot, Alex, about a 10-footer, but he passed it up. Bruce knocked the ball away, went coast to coast.
And Connolly Bruce connects on the free throw. 3-0 our score just underway live from the Boston Garden. This time Santoro. Bradbury to Gonzalo. Dribble drive right baseline. Kicks it back up. Holland between the rings. Corner. Quinn for 3. Air ball, but there's Conrad Bradbury on the weak side, and the putback is good. 3-2 St. Clement, and here comes full court pressure, and a foul called, offensive foul. St. Clement, Brian Quinn with the great defense.
Well, great position. Quinn could see that he was going to try to dribble up the right side. He got the feet set, so immediately the Cougars pick up the charge, and it will be Connolly ball going right to left. Second possession of the game.
Eamon Joyce, the 6'8" guy, really, we have not seen him run up and down the floor yet. Here's Bradbury, turnaround jumper, front rims it, rebound collected, St. Clement. Number 2, Imaro Pena. Pena to Jack Hartnett. Hartnett right side, fakes 3. Back over to Pena. St. Clement in the maroon, up and down. Connolly, white top and bottom. Hartnett for 3, no good. Bradbury comes away with the rebound. Off to Dylan Holland. Just underway, St. Clement leading 3-2 first period. Quinn, back to Dylan Holland. Holland dribble, drive, has room, throws it up, ball loose, and it's taken down by the big guy, Joyce. Joyce over to Bruce. Number 11, Williams, right side air ball, goes off the hands of Dylan Holland and out of bounds. It'll be St. Clement ball.
Brandon Williams didn't hit anything on the shot. In fact, the reason it hit Dylan Holland's hands was because it went over the rim, hit Holland. He never saw it coming, so St. Clement's will retain possession.
Connolly playing a 2-3 zone. Number 11, Williams, right side to Pena. Williams, right through the hands of number 5, Bruce, and out of bounds. These guys, both sides, unsettled at this point.
It's going to be a battle of the big men. It's Bradbury and the big man for St. Clement's, number 33, Eamon Joyce. Joyce, a legitimate 6'7", 6'8", standing in the middle of the zone right now for the anchorman.
John Gonzalo has a seam, pull-up jumper, 15-foot, off the window, and good for John Gonzalo. Connolly with their first lead of the game comes here at the 5:50 mark of quarter number 1. Here's full court pressure. Bruce almost turned it over, didn't. Here's Williams. Williams through the lane, dishes off to Hartnett. And then the big guy collects the loose ball, hits the bucket, and the big guy, Eamon Joyce, the junior, 6'8", fouled, will attempt the three-point play.
Foul is called against number 24 for the Cougars. That's Brian Quinn, his second against the team. And that time, Joyce had great position on the inside. Quinn was behind him, and the only thing he could do to try to get the rebound was commit the foul. So Joyce will go to the free throw line.
Joyce, a wiry player. Oh, he hits it, and then he puts the shush sign up to the Connolly side who are trying to rattle him. Okay.
I don't think you want to start talking to fans in the middle of a state tournament game.
6-4, St. Clement with the lead. First period of play. Holland, left side three ball. Hard off the back of the rim. There's Santoro, offensive board. Can't get it to go. It's put back again, misses, and a jump ball. Jack Santoro with the great hustle, Jimmy, but just couldn't find the bottom of the hole.
Well, the issue here, Joyce is a legitimate big man. There's no doubt. He gets good position. He's got long arms. But Santoro did not give up the fight. Ended up with the jump ball now. The possession arrow will be in favor of the Cougars.
Here's Bruce all the way. Oh, the big guy has his shot rejected. Bradbury getting down the floor, rejected the big guy shot. Here's Gonzalo on the run. They'll kick it back out. Dylan Holland between the rings. Quinn fakes three, and a foul is called on St. Clement on the swipe.
Quinn in his usual position in the left-hand corner draws the foul on Connolly Bruce. That'll be his first, second against the Anchormen. Cougars will retain possession deep in the left-hand corner here.
Fresh 30, 5:03 to go, first period. St. Clement 6, Connolly 4. Neither team really has got their engines going. John Gonzalo up top. Picks up his dribble. Hits Bradbury, and a steal by number 2, Pena. Connolly just not together at this point on neither end of the floor. Hartnett. Back out to the point guard.
Cougars in the 2-1-2 zone.
Williams puts up three. Hard off the back of the rim. The rebound loose. There's Joyce with the rebound and the putback. Fall away 5-foot jumper for the big guy who's dominated the game so far.
That's 5 points for Joyce.
8-4, St. Clement. Jack Santoro. And it's a kick ball call against St. Clement. It'll be a fresh 30. 4:08 to go, first period. And Jimmy, right now, Connolly is not connecting with each other.
No, they're not. They do look a little unsettled. It could be the zone defense. They're switching up a little bit.
A lot of mistakes early on. Quinn on the left wing. Cross court to Gonzalo. Being guarded by Hartnett. Gonzalo through the paint, off the window, doesn't get the roll. Just does not get the roll. And here comes St. Clement. Connolly in a 2-3 zone defense. Hartnett right wing for the Anchormen. Finds Pena. Pena to Bruce. Hartnett dribble drive through the paint, off the glass, no good. Dylan Holland with the rebound for Connolly.
Cougars much better job on the defensive board that time, Alex.
Connolly trails by 4. Oh, a bad pass by Santoro, and it's picked off by Hartnett of St. Clement.
I think the Cougars having a little trouble with the quickness, Alex, of the Anchormen. They seem to be very quick with the hands and feet, and you've got to come to the ball. That time Santoro tried to hit Bradbury, and he didn't move towards the ball.
Pena launches 3, but there's Hartnett with the rebound and the putback. Joyce with the putback. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll be St. Clement ball.
Well, St. Clement gets credit that time. Joyce and number 23, Jack Hartnett, crashed the offensive glass, giving the Cougars a little bit of trouble sometimes.
The inbound. Hartnett right wing fires 3. Hard off the back of the rim. Dylan Holland once again with the defensive rebound. Jack Santoro tries to find a cutting Quinn, but it's picked off.
Cougars not taking care of the ball here in the first quarter.
Williams
Alex.
through the lane, off the window, and good. Timeout on the floor. 10-4 our score. We'll take a 30-second break and return to the Garden right after this.
Back out here at the Boston Garden, Jim Mullins and Alex Stylos with high school basketball here on 1480 WSAR. It is the state semifinals, the number 1 seed of the North Sectional from St. Clement's High School and the number 1 seed from the South, the Bishop Connolly Cougars, the defending Division IV champions. And Alex, right now St. Clement's out to a quick 10-4 lead, and if you had told me one of these teams had played at the Garden last year, I might have said it looked like St. Clement's.
And not only that, Jim, but we've played over 5 minutes of action in Bishop Connolly with only 4 points.
They haven't taken care of the basketball. I think that's been the biggest problem so far.
Santoro lines up 3 from the corner and splashes down. Cuts the lead in half, 10-7. Here comes full court pressure by the Cougars. Pena breaks it easily. Bruce has problems with it, momentarily regains. Pena, pro three land. Kicks it over to new player Mark Grant. And back to Pena for a three. 13-7 St. Clement, first period of play. Dylan Holland, St. Clement playing as man-to-man defense. Holland, pull-up jumper, foul line, doesn't go. Bruce with the rebound for St. Clement, he looks to break. 6'4" senior. Off to Brandon Williams. Down low, it's the big guy, and he's fouled. Once again, very patient are these anchormen of St. Clement. Get the bucket, it's good, and he's fouled.
And the foul is called against Conrad Bradbury, so it'll be his first. Right now, Joyce, the story of the early going, he's got 7 points, and so far Connolly has not had an answer for him. And what I find interesting, Alex, is Joyce has been able to get great position on either block and has picked up 2 quick offensive rebounds, and he's going to the free throw line again. He is as advertised, I'll tell you.
Hits them all, hits them both. It's a 16-7 St. Clement lead here in the first period. They are a machine right now, and Connolly trying to find themselves. Gonzalo frees up his shot, is blocked at the foul line. Quickly St. Clement looks, and a foul in the backcourt. That really was ticky-tack.
John Gonzalo looked like he got a hand in on the dribble and knocked it away, but they're going to call the foul against John. So it'll be his 4th, and you're right, Alex. Bishop Connolly, his first, limited only to 3 field goals here in the first half.
And right now, what are they getting straight?
Emin Joyce is going to check out of the game. So the big guy will take a seat with 1:30 to play. This gives him the remainder of the quarter in the break.
Does he have any fouls yet?
No, he does not.
Okay. In the game is Junior Arobi. Arobi through the paint, and he's going to be whistled for traveling.
All right, big possession here, Alex, I think, for the Cougars. Joyce is on the bench, so you've got that height advantage. Bradbury is on the floor.
He just had a defensive stop, kind of.
They go right back to Bradbury.
Bradbury looks to dribble drive. And a steal. Arobi, and it goes out of bounds off of who? Off of Jack Santoro.
Yeah, the ball actually hit Santoro's foot as he was running down the court. The Cougars did get the defensive stop. They got the turnover. A little unlucky there as the ball bounces off of Santoro's foot.
St. Clement with the ball here on the offensive end. 58 seconds remain in the first period. They lead Connolly 16-7. And a steal, Quinn. Quinn's got numbers. He's running. Quinn. He smashed to the floor. No call. And he misses the bucket quickly the other way. It's Mark Grant. Brian grimacing as he runs back on the floor. Williams, no good. Rebound collected by Dylan Holland. 35 seconds to go. Holland runs. Right corner. It's John Gonzalo. Gonzalo pulls it back out. No real attack mode right now for Connolly.
Connolly stuck in that half-court offense where they have had some problems in the tournament.
Quinn, left corner to Santoro. Back to Quinn, who lines up 3. No good. Rebound loose, and it's collected by Grant of St. Clement. 10 seconds to go. Leading 16-7. Could they have a double-digit lead after 1 period? Hartnett to Grant. 3 ball. Front rims it at the buzzer. End of 1 period of play. It has been all St. Clement. Our score, the Anchormen 16, Bishop Connolly 7. We'll return for the second period in 30 seconds. And we return here to the Boston Garden for the start of the second period. And Jimmy, all St. Clement here in the first quarter.
Yeah, 16-7. The Cougars trail by 9, and it's been that bugaboo, the half-court offense. They have not hit open shots, and when they've had a couple of rebounds, they have not fallen. And a little bit of foul trouble. The problem, I think, in the first quarter, primarily handling him and Joyce. He is a legitimate big man. 8 points out of the 16 for St. Clement's in the first quarter.
And how about this? A new player, Larnell Coleman, a sophomore, 6'6" in the game.
So
Wow.
far, Alex, it's interesting. When you watch a lot of tournament play, one of the things you can always pick up quickness, and it's very clear to me that St. Clement's probably the quickest team that the Cougars have faced, I think, in this tournament run so far. And I think they've got to handle that, because if they don't, they won't be able to take advantage of things that they want to do.
Gonzalo to Bradbury, off the window, beautiful two-man game, 16-9, Cougars trail.
Well, there's a reliable tool right there. Look, great ball movement on the inside, and Bradbury finishes it with the easy layup.
Brandon Williams. In the low post, it's the big guy, Coleman, and Coleman is called for traveling.
Okay, so here now Eamon Joyce checks back into the game. 33 comes back on the floor, as the Cougars have now narrowed it to 69. And again, Alex, every possession important, and I think better ball movement like they did on their last possession will serve the Cougars well.
We have a 21 on the floor. We don't have a 21 in the scorebook. Santoro, reverse layup is good on the baseline for Jack Santoro. Lead down to 5, and here's full court pressure.
Much more aggressive.
Can't get it. Can't get it. It's Williams. Williams regains. Williams in the paint to number 20. Penrose. Penrose to the big guy, and he's stripped. Brian Quinn strips him. And hands off to Jack Santoro. Gonzalo really has not gotten to the flow of this game. Man-to-man defense.
Dylan
Quinn.
Holland's only taken one shot, Alex.
Santoro to Quinn in trouble. Quinn back to Holland, lines up 3. Hard off the back of the win, and the rebound is out of bounds. It'll be Connolly ball.
Only the second shot of the game for Dylan Holland. I think St. Clement's doing a very good job of making sure that it's not going to be an easy go at it for Dylan Holland, coming off that 27-point performance against Bristol Plymouth in the Division IV Finals.
Just underway, 6:39 remaining in the second period. Connolly trails by 5. They have the ball. Dylan Holland, the sharpshooter, has not gotten on track yet. Who wants the ball? Somebody's got to come want it. Nobody comes wants it, and here's Bradbury in the low post being guarded by the 6'8 kid. Gonzalo has a shot. He gives it up to a pass down low with a nice little drop step by Conrad Bradbury. The lead down to 3.
3 excellent possessions for the Cougars in the half-court set the last time down.
Williams. Oh, and the big guy is stripped. Oh, yeah. Stripped and out of bounds. St. Clement's will keep it. And check this out. I think we've seen 10 or 12 players already contribute for St. Clement's. Connolly has not made a substitution.
Yeah, Connolly, they're not going to go more than 7 deep. Matt Kurt says that. He knows what he's got, and that's what he's going to play.
Here's number 5, Bruce. Bruce with the easy layup over top of all of the defenders.
Keneal Bruce with 5. He is the second high scorer for the Anchorman.
Don Gonzalo on the right wing. Bradbury. Bradbury looks to deal on the big guy. Shot blocked. St. Clement's runs. Here's Bruce. Keneal Bruce may be the best athlete on the floor. To Williams. Oh, sweet move underneath. And the foul is going to be called on Jack Santoro with a little underneath layup attempt.
Foul is called against number 4. That's 2 on Santoro. And Williams, the point guard for St. Clement's, is very quick. In fact, right now, Conrad Bradbury is going to have to come out of the game for a minute. I think he may be bleeding.
He is.
So because of the blood, they're going to have to clean him up. And so they will give him a short period of time. Actually, the Cougars have made a substitution, so he will have to wait until that clears up.
Alex Medeiros in for the bloodied Conrad Bradbury. Not serious.
No, there's no blood on his uniform. That's the big issue. He just needs to get the blood to stop, and he'll be all set.
Brandon Williams misses the first of 2.
What I wanted to say about Williams, the point guard for St. Clement's, is he is very quick, and you can see he may not be a strong outside shooter, but he can penetrate off the dribble, Alex. And so far, he's really caused a lot of trouble for the Cougar defense.
Yes, and then his quickness caused a second foul on Santoro right there. Gonzalo on the right wing. John looking to dribble drive. Goes cross court to Brian Quinn, who's knocked off his feet almost by number 15, Deron Hines.
Foul is called against Hines. It'll be his first personal. 5 team fouls for both teams right now. 5:26 to play, second quarter.
John Gonzalo way up out on top. And a steal off a pass intended for Santoro. Hartnett runs. Hands off to Williams. Connolly still in that 2-3 zone. Oh, beautiful play by Bruce. The big guy had it knocked away, regained possession, and hit the little runner. 21-13, St. Clement's here. 5:01 remaining here in the first half.
Bruce has 7 and Joyce has 8. 15 of the 21 for the Anchormen.
Connolly getting no penetration in the half-court set. And another steal. Just a bad decision by Dylan Holland.
What St. Clement's is doing, Alex, is they're collapsing on the ball every time Holland takes it to the middle, forcing them to kick it to the outside.
Williams to Bruce on the left wing. Cross-court, Hartnett sets up 3, hits it. Ouch. Timeout on the floor. St. Clement's again here in the second period dominates. 24-13. We're back here in 30 seconds.
Back out here at the Boston Garden, Jim Mullins and Alex Stylos, 4:26 to play. Here in the second quarter, Cougars trailing 24-13. And Alex, I think the biggest difference I see right now, besides on the scorebook, it's the overall quickness, hand speed, foot speed, and the ability so far to drain the 3. The Cougars just look very uncomfortable, and I think a lot of that has to do with the quickness of St. Clement's on defense.
And when they try to force it, like you said earlier, they're just collapsing down on the ball in the paint. And so far, Bishop Connolly not assertive. Nobody really moving without the ball. It's easy pickings for a very good St. Clement's team. Connolly with the ball right now. John Gonzalo left side to Jack Santoro, fires 3. Rebound loose, collected by Gonzalo in the paint. Back out for Santoro. They'll start it back up. Just over 4 minutes remain. Santoro to Gonzalo. Gonzalo can't penetrate. He falls to the floor. The ball is stolen. Quickly ahead, it's Williams. Williams on a breakaway, off the glass and good. 26-13, the largest lead of the day is 13 points, 3:45 to go in the second period.
Cougars just can't match the speed of St. Clement so far here in the first half, Alex.
No, they are being outplayed. Gonzalo loses it out of bounds off a pass from Dylan Holland, and they have not gotten a good shot off in the last minute.
No, they haven't, and it's interesting. Santoro made the 3 for the last field goal, and anyone who watches Connolly knows Santoro is just not the scorer. You know, you look for Bradbury and Holland to score points, not Jack Santoro.
Williams, shot is rejected, gets his own rebound though. Bruce in the paint, front rims it. Dylan Holland comes away with a loose ball. Cougars could still make a run here at the end of the first half. Gonzalo, right corner. Feeds Bradbury, foul line jumper short. There's Santoro, it goes out of bounds off of Jack.
Conrad just airballed it, but the ball actually landed in Santoro's hands, and I think Jack was surprised by that. The ball hit his hands and fell out of bounds.
Full court pressure now, man-to-man, being applied by the Cougars. Bruce will walk it up, being shadowed by John Gonzalo. Bruce. In the low post, it's number 15, Hines, and a foul.
Foul is going to be called.
And we return here live at the Boston Garden. 2:35 remaining in the second quarter. 27-13 our score. And Dylan Holland has it stolen from him one more time. And quickly it's a track meet for Williams, Brandon Williams, the point guard. Williams is fouled. He'll shoot two. And man, we have not seen Connolly in 2 years be dominated like this.
No, this St. Clement's team is easily the quickest team that I've seen the Cougars play in the tournament run the last 2 years. And on top of that, the Cougars have struggled a little bit. They struggled a lot from the outside. They have not been able to connect. Joyce was the story early in the game, but I think from that point on, after Joyce had the early points, it's Williams who I think the point guard is giving them the most trouble. He's about maybe a 5'6", 5'7" point guard, but he is as fast as lightning. And anytime St. Clement's has gone into the transition game, Williams just goes straight to the rack.
Both foul shots good, and once again the largest lead of the game. It's 16 with 2:20 to go in the second quarter. 29-13. Jack Santoro walks it up. Feeds it to Bradbury. Back to Gonzalo. Gonzalo in trouble. And John Gonzalo was called for traveling, and once again, Jim, no shots.
No, the Cougars are just failing on the half-court offense. And meanwhile, St. Clement's playing very good defense. It's very clear they're going to keep Holland away from the ball and out of the game. I think to my count, Holland's taken 3 shots in the game.
And Williams steps on the end line. Cougars catch a break.
First time the Cougars have gotten anything out of their half-court press, they actually trapped Williams in the corner, and Williams pushed off with the left hand. They actually called the ball out of bounds. It would have been very easy to see Williams call for a foul, but there was not a foul called on the play.
Connolly scored a couple times quick to start the quarter, nothing since. Bradbury misses a little runner, and there's a foul on the play, and that's the big guy, Iman Joyce. Whistled. Conrad Bradbury will shoot too, but do you remember they started this period out very quick? They grew within 5 points, but then really nothing since, Jimmy. In the last 5 minutes, no scoring for Bishop Connolly here in the second period. Bradbury misses badly on the first free throw attempt.
Yeah, the Cougars look very out of sorts right now. Check that. They just corrected the foul call. Originally, he came over and said 13, but they are going to change it. It is going to be on Iman Joyce, number 33. Originally, the official had said 1-3, but now it's 3-3. So the foul was called against Joyce in the paint. So maybe that's what Matt Kurt's going to go to. Try to get the ball to Conrad Bradbury and see if he can play the low post game.
Bradbury banks the second.
He made sure he didn't leave that one short.
Here's Joyce over the timeline. He finds the point guard Williams through the paint. Spins to the rack. Beautiful left-handed layup. Magnificent play. Even though even Rudy wrote for the other team, Jim, what an amazing play that was.
11 points for Williams.
Quinn lines up 3 from the corner. Splash down Brian Quinn. 31-17 St. Clement's. 1:40 to go second period.
That's only the second three-pointer of the game for Bishop Connolly. Santoro has 1 and Quinn has 1.
Nothing out of Dylan Holland from three-point land. He's their sharpshooter. Williams starts his offense. Pena lines up 3. It rims out, but there's Joyce with the rebound. The putback. St. Clement gets the rebound. It goes out of bounds. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. Hartnett regains. Hartnett is going to take it to the hoop, and he's fouled by Bradbury.
Foul is called against Bradbury. It'll be his second. St. Clement's doing a great job on the offensive glass here. Substitution for Bishop Connolly, number 33, Michael Sullivan will check into the game. My guess is it'll be for Bradbury, who has 2. No, they're going to call Sullivan back away from the table. Bradbury will get a chance to stay in the game.
The shot by Hartnett is good. The shot by Hartnett is good. And he will get another one. But right now, if you're Matt Kurt, you really need to fix this problem. You need to examine what's going on the floor and try to come away with attack. Yes, you're being out quick, and yes, the other team has momentum, but it's your job to try to change that.
St. Clement's is 8 for 10 from the free throw line. Make it 8 for 11.
Santoro will walk it back up. Connolly trails by 15. Their greatest deficit of the game. Gonzalo in traffic. Back over for Quinn. Brian Quinn dribble drive. Brian Quinn can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back out for Gonzalo, lines up three. Hard off the back of the rim, and there's Joyce for St. Clement with the rebound.
Conrad Bradbury did not have good possession, almost a foul against Joyce. I think the Cougars caught a break on that.
35 seconds remain here in the first half. Williams, stuffed by Dylan Holland. Holland runs. Holland through traffic, off glass and good. 32-19, 30 seconds to go.
Finally, Dylan Holland gets into the scorebook with less than a minute to play in the first half.
Williams will start things off. 10 seconds on the game clock. Williams, lightning fast, over to Hartnett for three. Swish! They answer.
Second three of the game for Hartnett.
Santoro at the buzzer, it's no good, and that's how the first half will end. St. Clement dominates. They lead Bishop Connolly at halftime. Our score, the Anchormen 35. The Cougars from Bishop Connolly 19 will take a 2-minute timeout and return to the Boston Garden right after these words. And we return live here at the Boston Garden. It is halftime, and unfortunately for us Fall River basketball fans, it has been all St. Clement of Medford. They lead the Cougars 35-19 at the half, and here's Jim Mullins with your first half scoring.
Well, thank you very much, Alex. In the first quarter, the story of the game was the big man for St. Clement's, Emin Joyce. He came out with 8 out of the 16 points, and St. Clement's had a 16-7 lead at the end of the first quarter. But since then, the Cougars have done a much better job on Joyce, but the problem has been Connell Bruce came in with 4 in the second quarter. Brandon Williams, the point guard, had another 7, and Jack Hartnett came off the bench to hit a pair of 3. So right now, Brandon Williams is the leading scorer for the Anchormen. He's got 9. Bruce has 7. Jack Hartnett had 7, and Emin Joyce has 8. Mark Grant added a 3, and Deron Hines added 1 for St. Clement's. For the Bishop Connolly Cougars, Conrad Bradbury is the leading scorer. He has 7 points. Jack Santoro with 5, including a 3-pointer. Gonzalo has 2. Dylan Holland has 2, and Brian Quinn has 3, and that's been it for the Bishop Connolly Cougars, Alex. There have been a boatload of problems here in the first half, and it's interesting, Alex, as they hand us the statistics here at the end of the half. Points in the paint, St. Clement's has 16, the Cougars have 10. Second chance points, no big difference, but I think the big issue so far, as we said from the very beginning of the game, Alex, it's quickness. I just don't see anybody that the Cougars have played this year who have anything close to the quickness that these anchormen from St. Clement's have demonstrated in the first 16 minutes.
And not only that, Jim, but they play very well as a team. They all know where each other is going, and things look really good for St. Clement right now. They're hitting on all cylinders. They got Bishop Connolly so that they don't. They got Bishop Connolly playing, Jimmy, so that they have no confidence right now. They don't know where to pass, and things just don't look good. Something major is going to have to change for the Cougars.
Yeah, you're looking at the shooting percentages so far. St. Clement 12 of 28, 43%, but the Cougars 8 of 25 for only 32%. Cougars 2 of 8 from three-point land, the St. Clement 3 of 10. But, you're right, Alex. There are some offensive tools that the Cougars are going to have to go to, because if St. Clement's has made the decision that they're going to keep Dylan Holland out of the scorebook, then you need to look at somebody like either a Gonzalo or a Santoro or someone along those lines has got to generate some offense, because to this point so far, Bishop Connolly has just not been able to demonstrate any consistent offense. In fact, they went for a stretch, Alex, in the early second quarter. I counted 5 consecutive possessions where they did not get off a shot. So if you look at the turnovers, the Cougars with 11 turnovers in the first half. Now, granted, St. Clement's has committed 9, but it just seems to me that St. Clement's the faster of the two teams, and they've been able to hit some shots from the outside. Bishop Connolly needs to make something happen in a hurry, because there's only 16 minutes left of basketball right here at the Boston Garden. The winner of tonight's game plays Friday night at Holy Cross in the Division IV state championship game. But right now, for the Bishop Connolly Cougars, if they want to make an appearance on Friday night in Worcester, they have to make a very, very big change, Alex.
No doubt about that, Jim. Something's got to give right now. And, the one good thing, that 6th player, that intangible, they spent 10 minutes with arguably the best coach around the area right now, and a guy that is never caught watching the game.
Yeah.
And if you looked at Matt Kurt during that first half of play, He saw what was going on. He tried to make adjustments. It just wasn't there for him. He can't get out there and play it for these kids.
Well, there's no way the Cougars ever in a game this year gave up 35 points in 16 minutes of play. And I think more than anything, it's been the Cougars' defense. Although certainly some better possessions on offense and more consistent play would certainly help the Cougar defense. But the Cougar defense just has not been able to slow down St. Clements. And again, I keep saying Brandon Williams, the point guard, has been, to me, the most dominant player in the game because the Cougars just don't have anybody in his category when it comes to quickness.
Gonzalo with the ball starting here in the third period. Quinn lines up three. No good. Rebound, and it's Pena of St. Clements. Bradbury, Gonzalo, Santoro, Dylan Holland, and Brian Quinn, the same that started the game, starting here in the third period. For Bishop Connolly. Williams finds Bruce, kicks it over to Pena, launches three, in and out. Bradbury has the ball taken over his back. Hartnett, shot rejected, gets his rebound.
No basket, jump ball. John Gonzalo blocked the shot. It eventually went in, but they're going to call jump ball. The possession arrow goes to St. Clements.
Dire looks on the faces of these Connolly fans right behind us.
They have not had a lot to cheer about here in the first half, Alex.
35-19 our score, just underway, third period. Williams launches three, it's no good. Santoro hauls in the rebound.
Cougars can't run the fast break because St. Clements is just too quick getting back on defense.
Holland launches two. Good! Oh, check that three. My bad. Lead down to 13, 35-22. Full court pressure. Williams over the timeline. Ball tipped away, and it's Dylan Holland. He runs. 3-on-2 break. Holland misses. Oh, and he hits the layup. Big comeback here, a 5-point swing, but quickly it's Joyce the other way. And terrible call. Quinn had set up. Ebon Joyce went over the top, and Brian Quinn called.
That could be a big play in this game. What happened was Joyce stayed down in the backcourt, got the fast break. It looked to me from our position that Quinn had position, but Joyce went up, got the shot, got the foul, and it will be number 3 on Brian Quinn. So right now at the scorers table, number 5, Alex Medeiros, will probably be checking in for Quinn.
Joyce hits the first of two. Quinn does take a seat on the bench. Medeiros in. And that's tough because Brian Quinn can spark your team at any moment.
Well, you lose the rebounding with Quinn, that's for sure, when he's not out there. Those are that free throw that Joyce just hit was the first points that he hit since his run in the first quarter.
Misses the second. Gonzalo with the rebound. Up ahead, Santoro. Santoro looks to run. Off the glass and good for Jack Santoro. Right through the entire defense. Where has that been? We need that. Very assertive Jack Santoro. Quickly, St. Clement into the forecourt. It's Williams. He'll slow things down. Connolly in a 2-3 defense. Bruce in the paint. Knocked away. Jack Santoro comes away. Out for John. Gonzalo. Pena on him. Left-handed layup. No. Rebound. Medeiros. Stripped away by the big guy, Joyce. Cougars had a golden opportunity.
Ball just wouldn't roll.
Fingers.
Boy, Jack Santoro everywhere in the last 3 possessions.
Bruce to Pena left side. Pull-up jumper, 15-footer. No good. And Bradbury comes away with the rebound. Jack Santoro is absolutely leveled to the ground. No call. Gonzalo lines up 3. Hard off the back of the rim. Bruce with the rebound.
Yeah, Medeiros could not get position on Bruce. And the last 2 times down, the Cougars really needed a basket. Couldn't get it to fall.
2 opportunities. St. Clement lead is 10. 5:25 to go, third period. Williams through the paint. Kicks it over to Hartnett. Launches 3. Front rims it. Santoro with the huge rebound.
Jack Santoro doing it all for the Cougars here in the third quarter, Alex.
Alex Medeiros, right wing. Medeiros looking to penetrate. They find Holland left side. 3 ball hard off the back of the rim. Joyce comes away with the rebound for St. Clement.
Boy, Joyce is a great big man on that defensive glass. He gets great position and he's got long arms.
Now St. Clement looking a little winded. They slow things down on offense.
Well, the difference here, Alex, is St. Clements hasn't shot nearly as well. And the Cougar defense doing a better job, I think.
Another turnover, a bad pass through the paint, and the Cougars will have possession.
Boy, they got a chance here to get back in the game, but the last 2 times down, Holland missed the 3, and John Gonsalves just couldn't get the ball to roll.
They need to get Quinn back in this game. And a kick ball is called against Williams of St. Clement, and the Cougars will have a fresh 30 with 4:32 to go in the third period.
Well, you need people to step up, and I'll tell you, Jack Santoro did it a year ago right in this very building, right down at that basket to our right, when he just took it to the rack. Here he goes again.
Gonsalves in traffic, and John Gonsalves has a shot block. Bradbury gets the loose ball. He is fouled.
Foul is going to be called against number 33, Eamon Joyce, so it's going to be his second. The big man tried to block Bradbury's shot. That was one of the few times he didn't have good position on Bradbury. Bradbury actually got inside him that time, got the rebound, put it back up, draws the foul. Now the Cougars need to hit some free throws.
Bradbury hits the first of 2. The lead, single digits for the first time this period.
8 points for Bradbury. You don't have to get it all back here, Alex, but you've got to get it down to a manageable level so when you head into the fourth quarter, you're still within reach.
Bradbury hits them both. It's an 8-point St. Clements lead. 4:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Pena. Stolen. Dylan Holland steals the ball at half court. Holland. Medeiros left wing looks to drive. Shot blocked by the big guy Joyce.
No call.
Alex had no business going into the trees that time. Paid the price. Pena. Back to Williams. Hartnett right wing. Almost a steal, but Bruce collects a loose ball for St. Clement through the lane. We have a double dribble to call against St. Clement. If there were ever a time for the Cougars to make a run, it's right now. Timeout on the floor. 3:49 to go, third period. St. Clement 36, Connolly 28. We're back here in 30 seconds. Jimmy, what was the...
Back out here at the Boston Garden, Jim Mullins and Alex Stylos. We are courtside at the Division IV state semifinal game between the Bishop Connolly Cougars and the Anchormen of St. Clement's High School out of Medford. The Cougars trail 36-28, Alex, but this has been the best stretch of basketball the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. Matt Kurt always tells us the first 4 minutes of the third quarter are the most important, and the Cougars have come to play in the second half.
Santoro on the baseline. Oh, we can't get it to go. Bradbury with the rebound. His off-balance shot also doesn't go. And almost a steal by Santoro, but Williams comes out of the scrums. Williams, coast to coast, up and in. Beautiful bucket by the St. Clement point guard.
11 points for Williams.
Wow, that guy is a huge athlete. Connolly slows things down. Dylan Holland. Finally, Brian Quinn off the bench. He'll come back in. Bradbury tipped away. Cougars keep it. Medeiros. His shot no good. Bradbury tries to fight, but there's Joyce. He's dominated Conrad Bradbury underneath all day.
Joyce has been as advertised, as we said in the first half.
Kid is good. Conrad is leaving it on the floor, though. He is giving a big effort out there. Williams steps in, kicks it back out.
St. Clements has had a little bit more trouble with the Cougar 2-1-2 zone in the third quarter, Alex.
Williams launches pro three, hard off the back of the rim. Dylan Holland with the rebound. Holland slows things down, looks for shooting room, not there. Jack Santoro, Bradbury pull-up jumper, hard off the back of the rim. Rebound loose, who's got it? Williams.
Well, they didn't call the tie-up. I think Conrad thought he had a jump ball, but Williams pulled away. The referees let the boys play.
And Williams loses it off his shoe, then steals it back from Santoro.
Gonna call
Traveling is the call against St. Clement on the loose ball. They were trying to call a timeout. They didn't get it. And Williams is down on the floor.
Well, Williams took the brunt of that collision. Santoro saw the loose ball on the floor, and he dove headlong into the pile.
I don't know, man.
Williams
If that were you, would you come out of the game right? This is a Boston Garden.
I don't think he's going to be out very long, Alex.
You got to get back in the game,
He
man.
seems to be the heart and soul of the St. Clement's team.
Limps off and sits down. 2:04 to go in the third quarter. Connolly with the ball.
Brian Quinn back in the game for the Cougars.
Launches three. Hard off the back of the rim. Connolly just has not gotten their stroke all game. They trail by 10. 1:45 to go, third period. Bruce comes out and collects. Hartnett on the left wing being guarded by Santura. 10 on the shot clock. Joyce pinned down on the baseline. Three ball is launched. Grant shot no good. The long rebound is knocked out of bounds. It's Cougar ball.
All right, Cougars got a chance here. 1:27 to play, third quarter. They trail 38-28 with the basketball.
So it's Dylan Holland, Jack Santoro, Brian Quinn, John Gonzalo, Conrad Bradbury, this five that started the game. Gonzalo had that and he passed it away. Gonzalo passed up the foul line jumper, Jimmy. You can't do that. And then he throws away a turnover.
See, that is the problem. You're trying to make the perfect pass on every possession. You get a turnover, you don't even get a shot off.
Bruce. They just pass it around the top of the perimeter. 8 on the shot clock. They're trying to condense this game. Their point guard is on the bench. And a steal. Holland. Up ahead, it's Gonzalo. John looks to run. John off the glass and good. And he's fouled. There you go. How's that for a break?
4 points for Gonzalo. Foul called against number 4, Emmanuel Fidet. It'll be his first personal. So Gonzalo gets a chance to go to the line and cut the deficit to 7.
And he does. 38-31, 44 seconds to go, third period. Gonzalo badgering in the backcourt. Quinn's got to be careful here in the last few seconds of the third period not to pick up his fourth. The only player in foul trouble for Connolly. Hartnett's three, hard off the side of the rim. The rebound loose. Santoro fighting for it. This referee, not good. Terrible call.
Yeah, Santoro got called because the elbow kind of came up when he went for the loose ball. So it's going to go against Santoro. It'll be his third. So Jack has 3. Brian Quinn has 3. The only player in trouble right now for St. Clement's, Eamon Joyce, he has a pair of fouls.
And they will start it up. Shot clock off. Game clock at 20 seconds. St. Clement, deliberate and slow here with their offensive possession. Williams will back it out. 10 on the game clock. Bruce left wing. Williams retrieves through the paint. Lays it up and in. 2 seconds. 1 second. They won't get, he will get it off. And the shot falls short. We have played 3 periods here live from the Boston Garden. Bishop Connolly trails by 9. Our score, St. Clement 40, the Cougars 31. We'll be back for the final quarter in just 30 seconds. Jimmy, we are back here live at the Boston Garden for the final stanza. Of St. Clement's and the Cougars. He wants to get an action shot of you there. I don't know. I love this Connolly team. They're a great team to watch, but they really, really need to dig deep right now, Jim.
Well, they came out in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter and really had their best 4 minutes of the game. They held St. Clement's to only 5 points in the third quarter, but were only able to score 12 on their own, so they just barely cut into the deficit.
Santoro off the baseline move, sweet off the glass, lead down to 7. Oh, lollipop up in the air, but it's controlled by Williams. Williams almost out of control, regains his footing, and he'll start up the St. Clement offense. Bruce looks to dribble, drive. Shot rejected by Santoro, but there's Joyce with the putback. It rims out, and St. Clement comes away with it.
St. Clement's has beat the Connolly Cougars to almost every 50-50 ball on the floor, Alex.
Fresh shot clock, now all the way down to 15. They are milking it, trying to slow this game down. They feel Bishop Connolly starting to make a move on them. Williams, quick move to Hartnett through the lane, off the window.
Oh, that's a travel. They missed that one.
Yeah.
Hartnett took a good step and a half before he put the ball on the floor. No call.
Gonzalo, right wing with shooting room. And again, a bad John Gonzalo pass turns into a turnover.
Trying to feed the ball to Bradbury in the high post.
It's not there. So Williams will walk it up and take more time off the clock.
St. Clement's very patient here in the half-court offense.
Williams through the paint, shot no good. Bradbury with the rebound. Up ahead, Santoro dishes off Holland. Holland runs to Bruce, off the glass and good. Lead down to 7. Quickly it's Joyce. Joyce all the way down the other end, picking cherries, never got back on defense. Hits the bucket, 44-35. No Joyce on defense. Quinn in trouble. Stolen. Oh, and Brian Quinn picks up his 4th as he hits Williams from behind.
Just a crazy section, just a crazy bit of play right there. Loose ball was on the floor. Williams knocked it forward, and Brian Quinn couldn't stop his momentum and ran into Williams. So it'll be foul number 4 against against Quinn. And Williams will go to the free throw line.
And Joyce comes out of the game. The 6'8" kid comes out of the game.
It's interesting. You know what they do, Alex? When the other team gets a fast break, somebody hangs back for St. Clement's. He doesn't go all the way back. And he's done that 2 or 3 times, and it's been a very effective ploy.
Playing with 4 defenders.
Well, I think they're giving up the fast break.
Quinn almost steals it. Goes out of bounds off Brian.
Brian Quinn feels like the referees have their eyes on him tonight.
All they're trying to do.
Every time he touches the ball, there's a whistle.
Well, you know, when you knock somebody down from the behind side, you're going to get that. Here's Bruce to Williams. Launches 3. Good! For Williams. Lead back into double digits. 5:20 to go in the game. Connolly trails by 12.
Williams has 16. He's the high scorer for St. Clement's.
Holland looks to deal. Holland, shot off the back of the glass. It's no good. And quickly, Williams runs Santoro, the only man back. Williams to the hoop, up and in, and he's fouled. Oh, boy.
Brandon Williams just taking over this game. Jack Santoro trying to get back on defense, tried to block the shot, got the body. He did get some of the ball, but he got the body as well. So it'll be number 4 against Santoro.
Is it?
Timeout, Bishop Connolly. Hey, you know, a shout out especially to all the fans back home in Fall River who couldn't make the trip. I was with the Holy Name school principal Patty Wardell this morning. I was picking up the kids, and you know, she wished the Holy Name crew well here at the trip to the Garden. I know we've got a big audience listening back home. Thanks so much for supporting high school basketball here on WSAR 1480.
Thank you for releasing your son from school.
That's
from school early today.
That's right.
I got the hairy eyeball from my daughter's principal. There's a miss off a Williams foul shot, and now Connolly trailing by 14 with 5 minutes to go. It's going to take yeoman's work. Gonzalo.
Williams is so quick. It's as if
once again a Gonzalo pass intercepted for a turnover. John has not had his best game today. Shot is no good. But here's Coleman with the rebound.
Stripped away by Dylan Holland, and the Cougars finally get a break on a loose ball. Holland stripped the ball away from Coleman, and the ball went out of bounds. But the problem for the Cougars is time is their enemy right now. 4:36 to play, trailing 49-35.
Winner moves on to play for the state championship Friday night at Holy Cross University in Worcester. Quinn finds Santoro on the baseline, and Jack with the beautiful reverse layup, kissing it off the window. Lead down to 12.
11 for Santoro.
49-37, 4:10 to go. Williams will slow things down. Nobody within 20 feet of him.
Boy, St. Clement's has demonstrated great patience here, especially in the second half, Alex. They want to take that shot clock down as much as they can.
Williams deals through the paint. Once again, a beautiful hook shot by the little point guard. Lead back up to 14.
Williams held the ball the entire possession, then drove. No one could stop him. He got the shot off with 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Good enough to play Division III college?
Oh, I'd say so.
Santoro, Bradbury. Gonzalo launches three. Hard off the back of the rim. The rebound collected by Bruce.
This is a good example right there, Alex. There were 3 players for St. Clement's around the defensive rebound. Quinn and Santoro just had no chance of getting inside of them. This is a very well-coached St. Clement's team, Alex.
Once again, Williams. Beautiful move. Can't get the layup to go, but a foul by Williams.
It's probably the only mistake.
Yeah.
Probably the only mistake he's made here tonight. Foul is going to go against 44.
That's Coleman.
That's going to be Larnell Coleman. It'll be his first. Cougars will get the ball. 3:11 to play. 51-37. The Cougars just have not been able to score, and that's been the story of the game.
Well, shooting been called by some of the guys that we talk about being their scorers.
Oh, Jack. You know what Jack wanted to do? He thought about driving because he knows his team needs offense, but then he saw John Gonzalo open on the wing. Can't do 2 things at once.
Full court pressure now by the Cougars. And a timeout on the floor. 3:01 to go in the game. St. Clement leading by 14. It's going to take a miracle. 30 seconds. We'll be back to tell the story.
Back out here at the Boston Garden, Jim Mullins and Alex Stylos for the final 3 minutes of the state semifinal Division IV game from the Boston Garden.
And once again, it's the handy point guard, number 11, Brandon Williams, who has dominated the control of this one right out of the gate. Finally has his pocket pick by the big guy, Conrad Bradbury. The ball is knocked out of bounds on a pass from Gonzalo intended for Jack Santoro.
Well, the Cougars obviously need to start looking at that 3. Dylan Holland has hit only 1 3-point shot today. He's got 9.
Over to Santoro, pull-up jumper from Jack. Swish from 15, and the lead is 12.
Santoro with 8 points here in the second half, 13 for the game. He's the Cougars' high scorer.
And Brandon Williams once again will chisel time off the clock. That's right. Now they're going to force him to do something. He goes through, underneath, shot, no good. Rebound collected by Holland. Holland looks to run. Dylan Holland through the traffic. Shot blocked, but Dylan Holland fouled. Will get 2 from the line with 2:03 to go in the game.
Good penetration that time. Holland picked up the loose ball foul. Went the distance, collected the foul against Keneal Bruce. It'll be his second personal foul. And right now, only Eamon Joyce, the only player now with Bruce to have 2 fouls for St. Clement's, as Dylan Holland hits the first of 2 free throws. He cuts the St. Clement lead to 11 at 51-40. Holland dips, shoots. Second one rims out. Bruce with the rebound. They get the ball right back into Williams' hands. He has dominated this game in the second half. Turnover, that time by Santoro. Santoro picks it up. Drives, lays it up. No good. Rebound, Bruce. Santoro couldn't get the layup to fall, and we've got a timeout on our hands. St. Clement's calls timeout with 1:46 to play. They hold a 51-40 lead, and we're going to keep it right here for the final 1:46 of the fourth quarter. Santoro that time picked up the loose ball, went coast to coast, but couldn't get the layup to fall. The ball goes to Williams, and right now, St. Clement's in the driver's seat an 11-point lead with the ball, 1:46 to play.
What do? You got to play for this one in the playbook?
I don't know. I don't think there is an 11-point play in the book. That's the problem. It's been the same things we talked through the game. Speed and quickness for St. Clements, they get the edge there. Brandon Williams controlled the game from the second quarter on. I thought Joyce was the best player on the court in the first quarter. Brandon Williams through the second quarter. Other than Jack Santoro for Bishop Connolly, it just seems like Connolly just can't play at this pace. St. Clements by far the quickest team we've seen in 2 years.
No doubt about that, Jim. Totally agree with you. And if you try to go one-on-one, we've seen Conrad Bradbury give it all he has. I mean, on the floor, bloodied. But that big guy, Iman Joyce, has really done a good job of containing him. And although Joyce is not as wide as Bradbury, he clearly knows how to use his body. And if you take a look at Keneal Bruce, what an athlete. He's really taken John Gonzalo out of the game.
Well, this
really has.
They're a great. We've seen them. There's a great Division IV makeup here. They've got the talented big man, the great point guard, and 2 or 3 other players. Right now, Alex Medeiros in the backcourt. He's going to foul Williams, so it'll be the first foul for Medeiros.
How many team? I can't. There's too much. There's too many scoreboards. I can't even.
5 for Bishop Connolly.
5? Okay.
4 for St. Clements.
I got you.
I
see what it is now.
I think the Cougars are going to try to get to the free throw line if they can.
Yes, they are. And this is team foul number 6. So on the next one, it will send St. Clement.
Foul was called against Conrad Bradbury, Alex. That's his 3rd. So right now you've got Santoro with 4, Quinn with 4, and Bradbury with 3. And now Alex Medeiros picks up his 2nd. And Brandon Williams will go to the free throw line. St. Clements now in the bonus.
And off the bench comes Brian Quinn and Sullivan. Dylan Holland will take a seat. Conrad Bradbury. So 5 seniors on the floor right now for Bishop Connolly. And Conrad Bradbury, will he play at the Boston Garden after this season?
20 points on the night for Brandon Williams as he goes to the free throw line. And Alex, I think you just called it. Those are the seniors out there right now.
Yeah, but my question, do you think Bradbury will play again here at the Boston Garden? And a tie-up after the miss of the front end of the 1-and-1.
Michael Sullivan gets the rebound, ties the ball up after the free throw.
What do we got here? Why are they pointing? Okay.
Possession arrow goes to St. Clements, so they will get the ball out underneath their own basket with the 11-point lead, 1:41 to play.
We have not seen a team this good in Division 4. Heck, maybe even Division 3.
Oh, this is the best team I've seen this year. You know, Alex, when you look back at games, you sort of look for those turning points in the game, and clearly the first one in the first quarter when Bishop Connolly able to score only 7 points, outscored 16-7 in the first quarter, and then in the third quarter, Connolly made a move, but because they held St. Clements to only 5 points in the third quarter, but they only outscored them by 7, so the Cougars with 7 in the first, 12 in the second, 12 in the third. St. Clement defense, I think, is the story of the game.
I think everything St. Clements is the story of the game. They just took Connolly out of it. We have not seen Connolly play with a lack of confidence in 2 years. Today, they just were not moving without the ball.
Well, they got beat by a better team, Alex, and I think when someone plays great defense, and I'm not talking good defense, I'm talking great defense against you, you're really limited in what you can do, and I think you saw that. You know, this isn't a case that Connolly, that there were shortcomings. They got beat by a better team today, and that's going to happen in the state tournament sometimes.
Santoro misses on the 3-ball, and off the rebound, Bruce collects. Alex Medeiros, I believe, is going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, I think Alex thought he was going to get the elbow call, kind of maybe caught it in the side of the face a little bit. But
he did get a smash.
That's how it is when you're on the wrong end of the score. So we will walk to the other end of the court, and number 5, Keneal Bruce.
Who is an amazing athlete.
Oh, he is. He is. And, you know, we talked to Alex throughout the last 2 years with this Connolly team, the Division IV tournament. Not as much depth, I think, on the Division IV teams, but, boy, St. Clement's has it all. They've got the talented big man. They've got the great point guard, the great athlete in the front court, Bruce, and then 2 or 3 other complementary players that are just as good as a starting 5.
Alex Medeiros is going to be fouled on a very strong move to the hoop. He'll get 2 from the line. And, you know, just look around, Jim. You've got Fall River Government TV over here with a camera person and a play-by-play, Evan Massoud, who's a wonderful young man. And it just, you know, here we are back-to-back at the Boston Garden for Bishop Connolly. The talk of Fall River as far as high school basketball. Just, you know, hit the rewind button to 3 or 4 short years ago. None of this would ever happen.
This was unheard of 4 or 5 years ago when Matt Kurt took over this Bishop Connolly basketball team. And I know, you know, we talk about this all the time in tournament games. You know, you're sad, you know, you walk off the court a losing team, but, man, you made it to the Division IV state semifinal game, and you won a state tournament game. You know, you won a state title just 1 year ago. So this Bishop Connolly squad with an awful lot to be proud of. But let's be honest, they did get beat by what we think, I agree,
no doubt about
by far
that.
the best team we've seen in the tournament in the last 2 years.
A very well-coached team,
Yeah.
a good team. Maybe they recruit, who knows? I'm not saying that.
But, you know, you could see very early on, I think, hand speed.
Come on, please. Come on. You know, 13 points. A steal. Oh.
No.
We're back. Okay. We have a timeout just called by the St. Clement coach with 38 seconds to go, and the celebration begins for the anchorman of Medford, St. Clement's, the small Catholic school in Medford, and for Bishop Connolly, sad looks on the faces of players and fans, but
Well, the end of a great run, really. This 2-year run for basketball at Bishop Connolly. I think 20 years from now, Alex, they'll talk about this team if they can, you know, maintain the basketball level that they've got. They've got a great building block in Conrad Bradbury and Dylan Holland coming back next year. There'll be some new faces.
what
in the
about the
starting lineup.
Defendry twins?
Yeah, you've got a lot.
They're sophomores. They're 6'7". That's a whole year that Matt Kurt has to work with these guys and just being athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, they have all the tools.
In the Division IV field, I have a funny feeling that Bishop Connolly isn't going to disappear.
No.
Granted, you won't be a team of seniors, you know, the Santoro and Quinn team of this year, but I get a funny feeling Bishop Connolly, that may take them a while to get back here to the Garden, but I think they'll be a team to be reckoned with in the South Sectionals.
27 seconds on the clock. Cougars with the ball. It's been a pleasure all season long to be able to bring you high school basketball, and I really mean that. I started doing high school basketball in the city back in the 80s, and it's huge. Jack Santoro, a little bit too late, connects on a 3-ball. The lead is 12.
16 for Santoro, a pair of three-pointers.
Goes out of bounds, and the Cougars will have one more shot with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, Alex.
We've both been around for a long time, and you know there was a lull there for a while, but there's a lot of interest and a lot of talent.
Ryan Quinn for 3, no good. Yeah, we had, and that's the ball game. Final score: St. Clement 56, Bishop Connolly 44. The anchorman of St. Clement's will move on to the state championship game Friday night. At Holy Cross, they'll play the winner of Hopedale and Quaboag for the State 4 championship.
It was a great run by Bishop Connolly. They end up losing 56-44 in a great season, but just not enough in the tank to get by this St. Clement team. What we'll do is we'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up. Hopefully we'll get a quick word with a player or a coach. Once again, St. Clement beats Bishop Connolly here at the Boston Garden. Again, the final score, St. Clement 56, the Cougars 44. And we are post-game with Coach Matt Kurt. And Matt, not the way you wanted to go down.
No, I mean, but, that's the way the ball rolls. Sometimes you can't win them all. But, if I had to pick and choose, where do I want to end it, at Taunton High or at Bishop Connolly or here at TD Garden, choose here, 10 times out of 10. I told the kids after the game was over, there's only 4 teams in the state that can say, the last game of the season they win, and, there's a lot of disappointed schools. This past Saturday, UMass Boston, there was a lot of disappointed schools a couple nights ago, this past week in at Taunton High School, the last couple weeks during the course of the tournament. And there was a lot of disappointed schools that didn't even make the tournament. So the accomplishment that, especially the seniors I had, have made over the course of the last 3 years, the strides they've made, since they were sophomores when they went 16-6 and they were young and inexperienced and, went out first round on a buzzer beater to Southeastern in their very first playoff game, to then go 16-6 again and then win the whole state title last year here and get it done. To then go, 22-4 now with this loss and, end it here, one step away from, the first year of having a, Division IV state title with, 4 sections. So, I didn't even go over execution or, what St. Clement's did to us or anything like that, because what was that going to do at this point? So, to them, I just told them how proud I was of to coach them and, and what they meant to the school and what they've accomplished and, how rare it is to go to the Garden once and how everyone says it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, for these guys, a lot of them say it's a twice-in-a-lifetime experience. And, they kind of brought, this program to a standard that is going to be very, very difficult to keep at this level. But it's something I want to keep at this level. So it's something that the freshmen and sophomores that I have, it's something they've watched, how they practice, how they conduct themselves, the effort they give, and it's something that I'm going to expect, from Dylan and Conrad next year as seniors, their leadership, and when the freshmen and sophomores and the incoming freshmen, it's something that, the seniors that I've had, that effort and dedication is something that is going to be not something I ask, something that's expected. So.
All right, Coach Matt Kurt, wrapping up the season. We're here with Jack Santoro and John Gonzalo, and kind of a downer as it relates onto the floor. But Jack, talk a little bit about what it was like to have a chance to play both your junior year, where you win the state title, and here again your senior year. You guys were a great example for not only the kids at Connolly, but the entire community.
I think it just shows that Connolly is a good school, good team, and we can compete at this level. And to do it 2 years in a row, that's a special accomplishment. And I think that it just shows that even though we're very small, that we can still produce quality sports, athletics, just all different aspects of.
What about you? Put a smile on that face and talk about how you feel about your program.
Throughout my 4 years at Connolly, when I came in as a freshman, I was under Coach Bill Shea, and we had a kind of tough year. Next year, it was Coach Kurt. We picked it up. Obviously, the year after that, we won a state championship, and this year, even to come this far, and though we lost, we still had a great season. So just seeing a turnaround in the program since my class has been there, since there's been guys like Tommy who graduated, Dylan, Conrad, it's just great to see that the guys that we're playing with and that we play for every night are making a difference in a program for of a school that we really love. So it's just nice seeing that we can leave such a mark on a school.
What's in store in the future, John? Are you going to college?
Yeah, college. I'm not sure which one yet.
You know you're going to college.
Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to college. Just not sure where yet. I still have to make a decision.
How about you, John?
I'm not too sure. I think I'm going to do engineering. I'm not sure what school or if I'm going to play basketball, depending on if it's D1, D3, something like that. I'll try and walk on to a D3 school. So
It was great following you guys throughout your entire careers. Awesome.
thank
awesome
you very
watch.
much.
Well, it was back-to-back visits to the Boston Garden for the Bishop Connolly basketball team. This year, not quite the results they had expected, but as you look at these young men, Jim, real good representatives of the city of Fall River and for Bishop Connolly.
Certainly not the ending that I think the Bishop Connolly Cougars fans wanted, but a great representation, a great show, not only last year, this year, through the tournament. Hey, they just ran into a better team, and that's going to happen sometimes when you play in tournament basketball.
It's been a fun ride, a ride that we hope to take again next year. Thanks, everybody, for watching.